Morning, everyone. This is TJ, and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes this morning to tell you this amazing story, a story of challenge, a story of initiative, a story of sacrifice, and a story of success. It's a story about a young man named Joe. He's about to go through the challenge of his life. Okay, he's married, have kids, and he shows up to work, and this is what he faces. Okay, his boss walks up to him and says, "Joe, I need you to come into my office." The dreaded "come into my office" talk, right? So Joe is scared out of his mind at this point. So he walks into his office, and the boss goes, "Listen, okay, the economy is a wreck. As a business, we're not doing very well, so I'm sorry to tell you, but we're going to have to let you go today. So I need you to pack your stuff up and be gone in the next half hour." Okay. Joe is thinking, this is not going to work, man. I need my job. I need to get paid. I got mouths to feed, bills to pay. So Joe decides to walk up to his boss and plead for his job, right? Joe goes, "Hey, listen, boss. Listen, I've got to keep this job. Okay, I'll do anything you want me to do. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it, okay? But I got to keep this job, okay?" So the boss goes, "I think I might have a way to keep you here. Here's my proposal, okay? Work full-time like you have been, and I'll pay you for it, okay? But I'm going to need 1 hour of overtime every day, 5 days a week for the next 2 years without pay. Take it or leave it." So Joe thinks about it for a split second and says, "Yeah, you got it. I'm in, okay? I'll do what you want me to do. I'll work." So Joe begins to work, okay? And he's going through this. And at the end of the day, the boss calls him into his office again. And Joe's thinking, man, I wonder what the heck he's going to do now, right? Okay? So Joe walks into his office, and the boss goes, "Listen, it took a lot of guts for you to do what you did today, okay? And I want to offer you something, a little bit more than what I just offered you today, okay? If you're willing to give me that 1 hour of overtime 5 days a week for 2 years without pay, here's what I'm going to do for you at the 2-year point. I'm going to let you walk away from here for the rest of your life, and I'll pay you your full pay, and officially you'll be retired from here. What do you think, Joe?" Joe's like, "You got to be kidding me. That is awesome. I'm in," right? Joe's excited, okay? So he goes home, and he's excited, man, and about 6 months into this deal, his wife, or his friend actually, comes by and sees him and says, "Joe, listen, man, you've been working an hour of overtime every day for 5 days a week for the last 6 months, and you're not even getting paid for it. Are you crazy? Why don't you go find something you can get paid for your time, right? Go do something else, man." And Joe's like, "You don't understand, okay? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing." Okay? About 1.5 years into this deal, it's his wife's turn. So his wife comes up to him and says, "Joe, listen, honey, you've been working for 1.5 years for this guy, and you've been giving him an hour of overtime every day, 5 days a week for the last 1.5 years, and you haven't been paid for any of that time. You deserve to get paid. You deserve to get paid. Okay? Let's go find something that you can get paid at." Joe's like, "You don't understand. Okay? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing." So Joe continues. 2-year mark hits, and his boss calls him to his office and says, "Joe, come on into my office. Let's talk." So he walks in, and the boss goes, "Hey, Joe, listen, you gave me an hour of overtime as we had agreed to, 5 days a week for the last 2 years, man, exactly as we had agreed. And I'm going to hold to my promises that I made you. You are now free to go today, and you're officially retired from here, and you will receive full pay every month for the rest of your life. Enjoy your retirement." Folks, put yourself in Joe's shoes. That's a lot to go through in 2 years, isn't it? What would you do in his shoes if you showed up at the job and you were fired? Would you do what he did? And when he was given that proposal, would you take it? Right? Would you give up an hour of your time 5 days a week for the next 2 years without pay to have the opportunity to retire? Let me change the ballgame a little bit for you. What if you were given the proposal that I will pay you for that overtime, and I will pay you increasingly overtime for that overtime, and then in 2 years you can walk away with full retirement? Sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? Well, I was lucky to be given an opportunity like that, and I took it. Okay? So each and every one of you that has listened to this story, pay close attention to this. If this stuff gets you excited, hey, get with the person who invited you to look at this, listen to this audio, okay? And talk further and find out, what is this proposal that we have? And we look forward to meeting you. Take good care of yourself, and God bless you. All right, bye-bye.